Widgets for Muse are plugins that allow users to do more with the application. Muse comes with a few default widgets for slideshows and galleries. However, companies like us can develop custom plugins for advanced functionality. Our library at MuseThemes has nearly 200 widgets available for e-commerce, video players, fancy navigation systems, and even plugins that allow your customers to update their own websites. Here's a quick overview of the widget system in Muse and some tips and tricks for working with widgets. If you look at the panels on the right side of your screen, you'll see the Widgets library panel. And if I open that up, there's a couple of subfolders in there for different types of widgets. These are the widgets that come with Adobe Muse and are built into the application. So you have some things like slideshows. There's a basic slideshow, so we can drag that out onto the screen. And there's our basic slideshow. Then what you need to do is just kind of work through setting this up. So you can customize it by clicking into various elements and making them bigger. And if you've customized it a little bit, then what you want to do is open up the widget panel. And the widget panel is this blue arrow right here. So if I click on the blue arrow, it brings up all of the options for this widget. And in the default Muse widgets that come with the app, you can just add images by selecting a folder and then picking which images you want. So I could select these like that, click open, and then they're instantly in the widget. Then you've got settings like speed and different areas that you can show and hide, and that's it. So those are the default or native widgets that come with Muse. Again, looking at the panels on the right side of the screen, you'll see one that says Library. Now, not Widgets Library, just Library. And this is where you can import widgets made from third-party developers like MuseThemes. So the way that we distribute widgets is through a file called a mulib. That's a Muse library. And if I go to my Finder window, you'll see here there's a Muse library file in the folder, and it's for our Cinch slideshow. So if I double-click that library file, you'll see that it imports into this window. And now I can drag this widget out onto the canvas and make use of it right away. Now, the widget development system that third-party vendors like MuseThemes have to use is a little different than the native widget system in Muse. So you don't have the ability necessarily to style the various elements visually on the canvas. You need to do everything through the panel on the right side. So as you can see in the panel here, I can click to open up this section and I can enable some different slides. Now we have full control over what we include in these panels, and we can do some really complicated and cool things. So you'll just need to work through and add the images within this particular widget. So we've got image 4 and image 5 loaded in there. And then if we go ahead and preview this in the browser, you can see that we have this instant slideshow. So that's how easy the widgets are to work with. Widgets also vary in complexity. We have some that are extremely complex and have tons of options, and then we have others that are very simple to set up and can integrate video or audio into your site in seconds. Widgets are one of the best parts of Adobe Muse, but you need to be careful not to overdo it. We don't recommend combining too many widgets, especially from different developers, because they may not have been developed to combine or be compatible with one another. You can end up with issues on your site if you end up with too many widgets on the canvas. You can also encounter widgets slowing down your site if you're overdoing it. So just remember, try and only use 1 or 2 important widgets and do the rest of the work in Muse itself. Also, always make sure you're buying widgets from a quality developer like MuseThemes, because the quality, compatibility, and support of widgets out on the market varies significantly.